Okay, so we're joined by women's first team manager Quinton Naidoo. First of all, Q, there hasn't been much action on the pitch due to postponements recently. How has this affected the momentum from the team, would you say?
Hi Katie, yeah, it's been so frustrating this season. Right from the start really. In September we played a game, then had a month off and played our second game. And then October, November saw a decent run of fixtures, and then from I think the 15th of November to now we've played 4 league games, which has been so frustrating. And it's just not given us a chance to actually build any momentum through the course of the season. And unfortunately what you then reliant on is trying to replicate training sessions, trying to put in more friendlies, but unfortunately that's never always the best preparation, and you can only do that for a certain period of time.
And of course it's not just frustrating for yourselves but for the fans as well. They've been immense this season, would you say?
Yeah, we've been very lucky. We're always very lucky with the community feel at the club and the support we get. And I can't even say they're the men's supporters, because they're not. They're absolute supporters, which is the nicest thing, who travel home and away with us. And you know, they've been great. And yeah, I can sense their frustration. And every match day that I do get to see them, they always mention that to me.
And the games we have played, have you been impressed with what you've seen recently?
There's certain aspects that I have been really impressed. Like I said, it's so hard sometimes to adapt and change the way you're playing, or try and build on something that you've done well in the previous game, because you might have a 2-3 week break. There's certain aspects from last season that I knew we needed to get better at, and the 2 games against Dartford were prime examples of that. I think there were 2 games where we had to really be tested physically and mentally, and that's something that was my biggest criticism of us last year, and it was really nice, really pleasing to see this year that we took 2 points off Dartford, and we're the only team to do that this season, so that was really pleasing.
And looking forward and ahead to Sunday's match against Fulham, it's a big match for yourselves against a side pushing high up the table. How will you approach this fixture?
Yeah, I mean, Fulham, with all their resources and the backing they've got, they should rightfully be pushing for the title this year. And credit to Dartford, they're making it really hard. Salting are making it really hard for them, and we'll do the same. We'll make it very difficult for them. The one thing I want to say right at the start is we're not going into this game and saying, look, we've got nothing to lose and it's a free hit. I don't believe that for a second. We've got points to gain, and this is as important for us as any other game that we've played in the season. And those 3 points, Fulham coming here, is about us taking 3 points off them. So it's a game that we're immensely looking forward to. It is going to be very difficult. They have got a massive squad, and the depth and talent that they have got in their squad is phenomenal. Just the last few weeks they've added to their squad by bringing in 3 players from Tier 3. So it's a fantastic challenge. It's one that I love as a manager. It's one that the girls definitely love playing in.
And recently we've seen a number of new faces and names on the team sheets. How impactful have the new signings been, and can we expect any new faces before the end of the season?
Well, Friday's deadline day, so there are a few more signings that will be announced on that day. Yes, we've had to bring in, we've lost a few players, but we've had to bring in a few players as well. We've taken a few on loan. I think the most pleasing thing about our recruitment this year is the number of girls that we've got through the girls' pathway that we have at Ebbsfleet. I remember an interview that we did in September, and I said one of the best things that we did in pre-season was set up that partnership and make sure that we've got this pathway for girls to come into the first team. And over the last couple of weeks, we've seen a number of our 16s come into the first team, and everybody's been so impressed with them. And I think they're going to have a massive impact come the end of the season.
And finally, Q, just an off-the-field matter, we announced recently that we have teamed up with Defib Supplies in Bodo, where a Defib has kindly been donated for the women's team. How exciting and important is a partnership like this?
I'd say, firstly, the importance of it, incredibly important. We're so lucky, once again, to be part of this, this partnership, and it was an excellent opportunity for us to have a training session on how to use the equipment and to have that equipment. We're so fortunate. There is no compromise when it comes to saving people's lives. So we were just fortunate, and the girls loved being part of that.
Thank you, Q, for talking to us, and we'll see you Sunday.
Thank you, Katie.